Hello friends, in the present video we will understand the concept of calculation of liquidators remuneration, which is very important concept as well as the as far as the liquidation chapter is concerned. So for preparation of liquidators final statement, calculation of liquidators remuneration is very significant one. So it will be generally calculated on three bases. First one is on assets realized. When you talk about the calculation of remuneration on assets realized, you must understand that the cash and bank balance is not at all included in assets realized because these are already realized ones. So, cash and bank balance not at all included in assets realized, right? But sometimes in the question, the cash and bank balance will be given in the list of assets realized. Then we need to consider cash and bank balance even for calculation of liquidators remuneration. That is most important. Clear? Then sometimes we give assets as a security to creditors or the people from whom we have taken loans. In such a case, if those assets are realized by liquidator himself, then we need to pay remuneration on those assets also which has been realized by the liquidator, which has given to security as a for creditors. So if they are realized by credit liquidator, then remuneration will be given on those assets even. Presume that if those securities are assets which you have given as a security to creditors realized by creditor themselves, in such a case whatever the balance is left over, that is, suppose the liability is 90,000, assets realized 1 lakh, presume that by creditor, so he will keep 90,000, balance of 10,000 is given to, it will be given to whom? Liquidator. By whom? The creditor. Then what will happen? The liquidator is entitled to get remuneration on that balance of amount because the securities are realized by whom? The creditors, right? So this concept you need to bear in mind. How to calculate percentage, that is given percentage will be used. Suppose assets realized is 5 lakhs, percentage is 3%, 5 lakhs into 3%, directly we can calculate, right? But bear in mind two things. One is, if cash and bank balance is not realized, in the sense it is not an item of realization, so if it is not specifically given in the list of assets realized, then we need not to calculate on cash and bank balance. In case of security realized by liquidator, on that amount we need, total amount we need to calculate remuneration. If it is realized by creditor himself and given the surplus balance, on that surplus balance we need to calculate. These are the things you need to bear in mind whenever you calculate remuneration as assets realized. Clear? The next one is, we'll take up on amount paid to unsecured creditors. So when you talk about the unsecured creditors, unless and otherwise specifically given in the question, the you need to bear in mind that the preferential creditor is also unsecured creditors, is also part of unsecured creditors, unless and otherwise specifically stated that the preferential creditors not a part of unsecured creditors. In such a case you don't take, but generally we need to consider preferential creditors as our unsecured creditors. There are two situations here. One is if the amount available is sufficient to pay unsecured creditors. So if the amount available sufficient to pay unsecured creditors, then the formula of calculation of remuneration is equals to unsecured creditors plus preferential creditors, both into rate divided by 100. This is the formula if the amount is sufficient, right? Then if the amount is insufficient, in such a case, to make the full payment of unsecured creditors, in such a case the formula is amount available into rate divided by 100 plus rate. So these are the two formulas in two situations that we need to apply for calculation of remuneration on amount paid to unsecured creditors, right? So next, on amount paid to shareholders, it is very easy to calculate, right? Sometimes it will be given in the question that whatever amount payable to shareholder, on that we need to calculate remuneration irrespective immaterial whether amount is sufficient or insufficient, that is immaterial for us, right? Not significant. Whatever it may be, amount available, that amount into rate divided by 100 plus rate is the formula. Always amount available to shareholders into rate divided by 100 plus rate. Clear? Because the final beneficiary of getting the money is shareholders. Therefore, this is the formula will be applied. Sufficient, insufficient, that insignificant. Right? So these are the three ways of calculation of remuneration. So now we will take up one question which was asked in Usmania University previous question paper. The question says that compute the amount of liquidators remuneration when unsecured creditors are 4 lakh and amount available is 1,64,800. Rate of remuneration is 3% on amount distributed to unsecured creditors. Straight away amount is insufficient, like 4 lakhs we require, we have only 1,64,800 and percentage is 3%. Simply apply the formula, get the answer. What is the formula? Calculation of amount of liquidators remuneration since the amount available is insufficient to pay the creditors. Formula is amount available into rate divided by 100 plus rate. So 1,64,000 into 3 divided by 103, that is 4,800 is the amount of remuneration. Clear? This is the way we need to calculate. This kind of a question you may find in 4 marks and 5 marks question also. Short question. Next question. On liquidation of a company, the liquidator is eligible to a remuneration of 2% on amount distributed to unsecured creditors. Amount realized is 8 lakhs. Amount paid to preferential creditors 25,000. Amount paid to unsecured creditors 3,50,000. Amount is more than sufficient. 8 lakhs we have. Ascertain the liquidator's remuneration. Take up the solution. So calculation of liquidator's remuneration on unsecured creditors. Amount realized is 8 lakhs. Amount of preferential creditors 25,000. Then what is the leftover balance? 7,75,000. So it is more than sufficient. So we are unsecured creditors are only 3,50,000. So how to calculate? The formula amount is available to unsecured creditors. So full amount is available to pay unsecured creditors, right? So what is the formula? Liquidators remuneration is equals to unsecured creditors plus preferential creditors, unless otherwise anything is stated in the question. As nothing is stated regarding preferential creditors, therefore preferential creditors are unsecured creditors. So into rate divided by 100. So formula applied, 3,50,000 plus 25,000 into 2 divided by 100. This is the formula. So our answer is 7,500 is the remuneration. So this is the way we need to calculate. So in this video we are understanding only the remuneration calculation concept only, but in the next video I am going to make how to prepare liquidator's final statement. Just the same data I have what we call posted in liquidator's final statement, even though it is not asked in the question, but simply to make you understand the next video corrects. So I have made the liquidator's final statement even here. So amount realized is, that is assets realized, are 8 lakhs. Then receipt side we are writing, payment side by liquidator's remuneration how much? 7,500. Then preferential creditors to 25,000, unsecured creditors 3,50,000. So out of this we are making the payment. There is an order of sequence of payment. So once it is done, we will close this. So what is the balancing figure left over? That is 44,17,500. That will be given to finally equity shareholders. So though it is not asked in the question, still I have made it, right? So this is the way of calculation of liquidators remuneration. I hope I made you understand. So thank you very much for watching my video. Please do subscribe my channel and motivate me to make more qualitative videos, and your support and guidance is highly appreciated. Please watch the video and share the video, subscribe the channel and like the videos and give your comments, right? So this is the way you can motivate me. Thank you very much.